Kyle Beachy was at the daily Tri-County briefing. He joins us live with those details. Kyle?
Caitlin, a woman in her 70s from Woodford County died in the hospital yesterday.
Now, Kyle Beachy was there as one business in Peoria announced today that they've brought back employees who were laid off with the help of that federal Paycheck Protection Program. Kyle?
Well, Janice, since March 17th, dozens of these charter buses have sat empty here. And as you can see behind me, the line still going pretty strong. What you can't see is the line wrapped around the parking lot, and it's about half as long as it was when I initially left here about 10:30 this morning. But some security footage shows the thieves coming up from the street and just walking up to cars, pulling on door handles, seeing if they're open, jumping inside, and rummaging around, taking anything they can find. This is one of 3 grain bins here on this farm just north of Lincoln that was pulled off its foundation and tossed about 100 yards across the street. Impaired driving no longer just means drunk driving. And if you get behind the wheel of a car high on marijuana, police are trained to detect and determine whether or not you should be driving, and you could end up behind bars. The city says it's going to use the money to fix the potholes, the streets, the curbs, the sidewalks, as well as wheelchair ramps that are cracked and broken down like this one. Congressman Darren LaHood was also here, and tonight at 10, I'll tell you what he said about when businesses may open back up and whether or not more relief is on the way for small businesses from Washington. Also this afternoon, an OSF representative spoke about their new telehealth program, saying that 184 people in Peoria and Bloomington Normal are being treated remotely. And he says it's completely free. All you have to do is dial 1-833-OSF-NO. That's 833-OSF-KNOW. Reporting live in Peoria, I'm Kyle Beachy, 25 News. Sergeant Bob Wood was standing right here as 1-month-old Riley was dropped from this window nearly 15 feet off the ground into his waiting arms, as the rest of the apartment filled with smoke. 77 veterans, 77 heroes, most of them visiting the War Memorial for the war they fought in for the very first time. Each of them a unique story. Well, Denise, it was this bottle right here, a real pill container with a realistic label that reads Unity Point Health, eat as needed for sweet success. The closest grocery stores to Minonk are a 15-minute drive to this IGA in El Paso, or they can drive about 20 minutes to this IGA here in Roanoke. I'm in Washington, where crews are fixing this giant hole in the road right behind me. Find out how it got there and how long it'll take to fix coming up. The street. There's trees knocked over on the ground, there's wagons tipped over, but from all the reports we've heard, no one was hurt. This afternoon, Winkler spoke at length, asking the governor, urging him to get businesses back open downstate. But remember, just because marijuana is legal, it doesn't mean you can smoke wherever you want and whenever you want, and it certainly doesn't mean you can smoke and drive. For a full set of rules associated with this new law, you can check out this story on our website, hoiabc.com. Live in Canton, I'm Kyle Beachy, Heart of Illinois, ABC. Chief Scott said every time you get behind the wheel of a car impaired, you're putting yourself and others at risk. And he also said it would make their job a lot easier, and it would save the taxpayers a lot of money if people just simply didn't do it. Kyle Beachy, Heart of Illinois, ABC. Janice? And then from the defense's standpoint, it was clear that he was banking on the fact that there wasn't any physical evidence against his client. It was huge. It was massive. Smoke. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but the building manager did say the fire department says it was not a building issue that caused it to start. Every soldier and every story is a special one. And these 77 veterans are just some of over 1,500 who have been able to visit Washington through the Greater Peoria Honor Flight since 2013, giving these heroes a day they'll never forget. In Washington, D.C., I'm Kyle Beachy, Heart of Illinois, ABC. They can find. But it escalated last night when at least 2 cars were stolen, including a black C-Class Mercedes from this home right here. Jill Guth tells me the entire first floor will be 16,000 square feet of restaurant and retail space. The 9-year-old Goodfield boy charged with murder after 5 people died in a house fire will remain with a foster family for the foreseeable future. Good Sunday evening. I'm Kyle Beachy. Thanks for joining us. The Pantograph reports that a Woodford County judge made that ruling on Friday during a protective custody hearing. Memorabilia there, and guess what? Never been washed since 1993. That's what they say anyway. I cannot imagine how great that sweater smells. Join us right back here tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Hey, Leonard Tyler, good evening. About 13 emergency vehicles flew by us on our way out here to Fulton County this evening, about halfway between Avon and Ellisville on the corner of 500 East and North Troy Road. That's where the police are set up. They're blockading everything about half a mile away from us, and actually they kicked us out of there and sent us to the Fairview Fire Department. We can't confirm what the situation is or what is happening.